right, we do have JyJ, and in the bottom left, we do have Bisu. Okay, so in the last game there, how could Hero hold so long with like lurker defenses? In general, like lurker is a siege unit first of all, right? It does splash damage, it has great range, and it is a stationary unit. So whenever you have a position set up in Broodwar, it's just so strong because first of all, the pathing is still very bad in the game. So the units kind of tend to come in single filed or in like conga lines. And even if they would move into big balls, it would be even better for the lurker maybe. But like lurkers or general units in defensive positions with great range just do superbly well in this game in general. And with Dark Swarm, you can kind of create a space where your lurkers can just go and sit for a while. So he had a good conjunction there going, but he never really get up into that Defiler count he really wanted to, so he could just throw down Plague after Plague. And that's something you can see, because he was still very Hydra heavy, and he wanted to play more of that Plague style, but he just didn't have enough Plagues. He was just so busy plaguing the vessels over and over again, and he lost so many of the Defilers. He just wasn't able to pull ahead in that Defiler count, so he couldn't really plague the bio as much as he wanted to, and the Hydras just didn't trade as intended. It's a very difficult style to play against, but it's also a very difficult style to pull off, because it requires quite a bit of skill if you want to utilize it correctly. You need to have a lot of multitasking. Okay, so this is a different matchup, different beast. We do see a Nexus first from Bisu. I have heard that this is the strongest build in PvT, because the only thing that counters this is 2 racks. And our Terran, unfortunately, did not go for the 2 racks. So he didn't even go for a fast expand. He plays a safe build here, and that's very unfortunate for him. 1 Rex expand would have even been better. He's gonna be safe, but he's gonna be economically behind quite a bit here from the get-go. So he wants to utilize this marine pressure to do something across the map. JyJ, what can he pull off? This is still Bisu. Bisu is one of the best probe users. If that makes sense. It's a weird thing, right? But you can be one of the best probe users in the game. It's a strong unit. It's a different unit than in StarCraft 2. It can actually do things. You can have micro tricks and a lot of shenanigans. Oh, he's pulling the boys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 1 factory attempt. He scouts this. Great scout here by Bisu. And he should probably... Oh, he doesn't have a pylon. He should probably get a shield battery. But he doesn't actually have a pylon, so he needs to just pump out units. And he needs to fight this with probes. There's gonna be most likely a bunker attempted here. SCVs are here. Probes are coming off the line. Are we gonna see the bunker? He has the money for it. He's just gonna evacuate this for now. Bunker is gonna be constructed. And Bisu's gonna break these X here. But is that a good idea, man? JyJ kind of sees this and is gonna say, alright, if you break the X, I can break your zealots because you're occupied in shooting on the X. And he's just going into the main base. He just doesn't care for that Nexus. I can kill you, can I? Is what he's saying. He gets the first zealot. He gets the second zealot. He loses a few marines here. Probes. Oh man, that's what I say. He's one of the best probe user. Look at that. He basically cleared that with probes, losing like 5 probes. That was it. He cleared the whole attack. And he doesn't even lose it. He keeps the Nexus now. You can't. He's trying to evacuate these SCVs. That means he doesn't have the extra firepower from the fusion cutters to try and kill that Nexus. And I don't think a 3 marine bunker is going to be able to break a Nexus if Dragoons shoot at you, which are going to have range in a moment. Maybe he has enough time. Maybe I spoke too soon. There's another Vulture coming in. 2 SCVs are still here. JyJ, maybe he has the correct read. He's going to bring another SCV here. He needs to get on top of this though. all the damage we can get here. And a few mines are gonna delay this. Yeah, I think Bisu is not gonna be able to break this. Wow. I stated incorrectly. Perfect read here by JyJ. Now if he pulls back these SCVs, it's gonna be a great time for him. Gonna repair each other. Is he gonna go ahead and repair the bunker? I don't think you can hold this for too long. Gonna try for now. But it's one too little SCV, so this is kind of OP. If you sit there with 4 SCVs, how are you ever gonna break this one? You're gonna need Reavers because you're gonna be out of range. If he had one more SCV, he's actually gonna bring a tank up to this. I wonder if he has siege mode already. He's gonna start to shoot at that low Dragoon, and he's gonna force one Dragoon back, but another one already ready to go in here. One more SCV. That was the perfect bunker location. One more SCV to basically indefinitely hold that. Nice mine drag here. Very unfortunate. Second mine is gonna connect on that Dragoon. JyJ is gonna have his own command center behind this, but he doesn't really have any units at home, so he needs to be careful. He cannot just lose these guys here in the front. Or else Bisu is just gonna go across and gonna kill him. There's another mine here. Oh, good. Shooting there at that mine. Now Bisu is just gonna retake his base. And the bust attempt, it did go well. I think that was due to the early scout that happened. And he was able to still react to that Nexus first. So he managed to get the bust done and dusted. Now armory on the way here to start those +1 tank upgrades and mech upgrades. Also a engineering bay to try and get that turret ring set up against observers and shuttles and carriers and whatever you can name. He's trying to lay a mine, but no, he's actually on patrol. Getting up the second factory at this point here. Vulture's gonna come in and snipe the probe, trying to go for a third base. Great snipe here. Gonna delay that by quite a bit. And there's the next probe, but this time the Vulture will get killed off first. You see 4 tanks behind this here. Observer's gonna scout these guys. Sit there and it's gonna say, alright, you're pretty good defended. Do we see more factories? Yes, indeed. Indeed. There it is. Factory, after factory, academy on the way as well. Wait, is this a Goliath? Yeah, he wants to snipe these observers. JyJ already knows what his next step is here. And for Bisu we do see the third Nexus. He kind of still is in the remaking process right now. He's going to reverse. He's going to shuttle speed. And he has the observatory, of course. He has the observers out. Oh, come on. There's no scanners yet. That's why. He's actually going into those missiles as well. So I've seen this before. Someone else do this. It's kind of apparently kind of a thing right now. People like to do in TVP. When they go early Goliath and into fast range to counteract that shuttle play, right? But the earlier I saw it with basically no missile turrets at all, not even an engineering bay, and just literally only relying on a 4 Goliath setup, and he got Goliath range before siege mode. Oh, sorry, for Vulture speed, before Vulture speed. Siege, he went into mines, siege mode, Goliath range, and then into Vulture speed. It's a very interesting approach here from our Terran player. Again, utilizing those range Goliaths very early. Bisu, on the other hand, is going to go into Fortune Twilight. Nothing really out of the ordinary here. This meta kind of has been set by Snow like years ago at this point. From on the Protoss side. Double Reaver to delay the push out and try to get some harassment in with the speed shuttle, and then just try to control the map from there. get into your legs, get into your upgrades, get into your storm, and have a bunch of shuttles to try and bomb those Terran armies. I was gonna try to come in with those Reavers as well. Already some damage onto the shuttle here by the Goliath, but one Goliath already got killed. The second Goliath is pretty low. You don't really want to remake more Goliaths. This is like more of a adjusted approach, it feels like, from JyJ, but he simply lacks the Goliath power. Or he already lost the second Goliath, and now, man, that Reaver is doing wonders, God's work here. Those Reavers looking great. 0 kills and 3 kills. And JyJ has to slowly crawl his way forward here. Even though this looks like very simple, right? Oh, it's such a small thing to do. It is actually a very big effort to push siege tanks one by one. You need to move them, and then you need to siege mode them, because you cannot shift kill that command. It will instantly siege into siege mode if you try to shift Q the command, so that's a lot of attention that you need to focus into such a small task, but it's so important, because if you don't do it, you just lose, right? And can he jump vultures? Is he gonna try? I don't think there's an opportunity to do so, so these are just kind of here now, and they can't do much. Going for Goliaths again. Can he pick off the shuttle? I think the answer is yes. There's another shuttle though. It's bombing zealots in now. But it could pick up those Reavers. A little bit unfortunate here for JyJ, who was diving so hard for the shuttle with the remade Goliaths, and then another shuttle is already present, so in the end the Reaver's not really under threat to get killed or taken out at all. Oh my god, that guy is so low. You should just snipe it with some vultures at this point. Bisu is just kind of containing JyJ here. Look at that. He gets the Reaver though. He remade another Reaver, okay. And Templar Archives on the way. That was a great Garab movement thing we just witnessed there. Now we do see already the third base is floating over here. It wants to become an actual operational base, but it just is so difficult right now. Another zealot bomb here happening, no unsiege. So the tanks just die. It's gonna snipe that observer hopefully for him. Man, is it even gonna get away? I can't believe it. Never lucky here, JyJ. And there we go. He's gonna drop a tank, a couple of vultures down here in this position. And you can't even get back here and clear this as Bisu. He needs to utilize a shuttle. But Bisu is just saying, alright, scrap this, we're gonna go ahead and attack you. He's coming in here. The Reaver is getting dropped very offensively. That was not the right unit to drop in that location, if you ask me. But can he still overpower this? Can he break this? Maybe he can. Oh, some nice Widow Mines there. Completely demolishing the Zealot front line there. One Dragoon trying to drag the mines into the into the tanks here in the upper part of that base. By the way, this Nexus is about to die here. Only a couple more tank shots is not gonna happen though. Zealots are gonna be there for the clear. Can he get up that ramp? We do see another tank here behind on top of this ramp. SCV's trying to hold the line. Command center is still there, but it could get sniped. There's a lot of Dragoons. There should be enough, but there's still a lot of SCVs as well. He still needs to kind of go there and save the CC though. I don't think you can win this game if you lose the CC. Oh, he's gonna lose it. Okay. Okay. So if he would have killed that Nexus, I think this looks way different, but like he can lose it. He still has one more command center, so he's just gonna float this over. It's not the worst, it's not the end of the world, but Not killing this base, I think, is the end of the world, to be honest. Because you're just gonna get outmined so vastly right now. Oh my, he's coming on with DTs now. This comp set has a lot of energy. Remember, they still stack on energy, even if they are not powered or owned by a player right now. He's trying to drop in vultures now, but that doesn't really do too much. Gets a couple probes. But yeah, this is gonna be a very important structure here for JyJ in a moment with so many DTs coming in. He needs to get that landed though. He needs to get this SCVs out from that long distance mining out of the way. Finally! Is he gonna kill an SCV? Maybe no. Oh, and the DTs start to come in. This is basically such a big push delay. I mean, he has that energy, or he had the energy, he still has one more. He kind of needs to relocate this command center into this position at this point. For defensive purposes, he still has this missile turret, which is a detector and should detect in kind of this area. So, oh my god, the storm! Even on top of the units, you want to repair them at this point here. I think, man, that's so many SCVs stacked. If you could have killed those, it would have been basically GG. Now I still feel this is a very tough position here for JyJ. He's still sticking on 2 bases. Bisu is already going up to 4 bases. He has a DT over here as well. Scouting for that 3rd base. He sees there's nothing going on there yet. So... oh boy. Terran being down 40 supply at this point as well. This is already 17 minutes into the game, and JyJ is barely above 100 supply here. He does have his 2-1, but he just can't push out. This was a power play by Bisu on 3 bases for a very long time, and he was building on that big engagement and trying to just overpower his opponent for once there. But this might be something good here if JyJ can make this happen. Mines, can they get the connection you need? No. A few okay mines. He does kill a cannon, a couple probes, but that's about it. Oh my god, I think we just witnessed the end. That was basically all of the SCVs. Oh my god, I didn't see this, I'm so sorry. It's blue in the waters here. These 2 High Templars just killed everything, and now he's like, alright, let's push. And there's a DT already killing tanks. Man, JyJ is so kaput. I don't think there's anything he can do. There's even still a Zealot over here. Yeah, this is gonna get broken now as well. GG is gonna be called. JyJ has to leave the game. Bisu is gonna grab it after a very strong 3-base power play for quite a while there. Very engaging.